We should play a deck that can finish a league. Maybe if I just go, we can do it. Bant Spirits. I just updated everything. If we go with what I've said in here, we can do it. Bant Spirits. Switching off of blue-white, it has the Eagle. Eagle is actually one of my favorite looking cards in a very long time. Collected Company here at the top end. It's essentially blue-white Spirit splashing a little bit of green so that you can flash in some nice nastiness. A few Teferis here as well just to prevent countering and also tempo plays. Sideboard-wise, it's got the green splash in here for Dramoka's Knight of Autumns for flexibility and pumping our creatures and fighting other creatures. Pithy Needle for other nasty things. A couple of Deputies instead of Detention Spheres because you're playing Collected Company. And Spell Pierces for the counter magic. Remorseful Cleric for the graveyards. Shoot, I joined a league. Let's go. Blue-white Spirits, guys. We'll go as far into this league as possible, and then we'll call it a night. We gotta play fast, though. Fast Magic. 5-0 calling it? Let me concede right now. By the way, I'm apologizing right now for this constantly shifting over here. It doesn't remember that you're getting an idea that my monitor is a little bit bigger than than this top left corner here. Thank you for the bits. Let's play first, but before we do, I don't know why. Let's open one of these. That's not a foil. Shield of Calder's cool. Standard Bearer is Pauper playable. That's not foil. Someone lied. Alright, no lands here. Let's mulligan this. Alright, 2 lands here. This comes into play tapped. That's kind of awkward. We have a Wanderer here. I kind of like all this. I could actually ditch the Wanderer if I wanted to. I think we keep this. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep a Collected Company. How many lands does this deck have? 23, 2 outs, 21 remaining, 21 at less than 50%, then 50% to draw, 60, 70. Probably 75 to probably 80% to hit it by turn 5 here. 3 other Collected Companies in the deck. Pauper playable, yeah. We can do this Alpha Spirit. There's kind of like an argument to just doing Wanderer here instead because I'm probably playing Glacial Fortress here tapped in order to play turn 2 per turn 2. But there could be an argument for that other spirit to be gone. This little dude. Alright, we're gonna play these spirits though. I think there's people online that like spirits. We played them right before Halloween. We're gonna be playing them right now. When was the last time I did Legos on stream? June 25th, 2018. I have a bunch of Legos to do as well. Maybe I do Lego stream for the holidays. The lack of mana dorks intrigues you? Alright, so they reveal a mountain. Get this dude down. Let's just pass here. We can flash in a rattle change at end step and make sure that all of our things are doing the flashies. I'll just flash this in so I can just F6 to end of turn. Alright, so if I get a land here, I suppose I want to bounce Rabble Master. I don't. Alright, let's race a little bit. I should do a holiday Lego stream. I do Lego streams. My 4-year and I were just talking about doing that. You should, D20. It's kind of fun. Alright, I don't want to take this much damage here. We're going to go ahead and flash this in and just hope. Just gotta hope. I'm going to chump block one of these goblins. It gives a little more information to my opponent, and if they have something that does 2 damage, this is really awkward. Oh, Ember Cleave. Nice. Alright, so apparently we're playing against the deck we just played. That's nifty. Well, if Ember Cleave would have done this, it would have done 8 to us. And we're sitting here with exactly 1 spirit here. I think we just lost. Might be a little more on the go wide plan. The fact that it has Rabble Master, I'm really happy about. Not currently in this one, but... goodness. I mean, Dramoka's Command is our removal spell. Deputy is also a removal spell. We'll probably be bringing those in. I mean, it's turn 4 here, and I'm just going to get smashed in the face. Just going to get smashed in the face. Smashed. You know what? This is how we finish a full league really fast. We bomb out game 1 really fast to an aggro match. And then we smash our next opponent, and then we're only 20 minutes into the league. Check that. Oh my gosh. I think I'm dead. Block. What, does block one of these? Because I can't block this? I don't know. I think I'm dead anyway. This is 8, 9 damage here. Jeez. Land? Good game. Good game. Yeah, not hitting the land was a problem. We had the 2 starting, so it was less than 70% to hit, obviously. Okay, I think it's just deputies in here. Some Dramokas aren't too bad either, just as removal and fighting. We can probably drop 1 to 2 Selfless Spirits. We can probably drop a Wander as well, because they're just playing creatures. Probably a Teferi or 2 as well. Maybe 3 Teferis bring the Selfless Spirit back in. These 5, these 5. Could even look at some Knight of Autumns as chump blockers and gain life. Something to just give us some staying power, if need be. I don't believe Spell Pierce is where we want to be. I don't believe Pithing Needle makes any sense. The Knight of Autumn's killed Ember Cleave if it gets out there. It's a nice thing. Kind of like the whole fighting aspect of this, and then putting a counter on a creature is not a bad idea either. Like, we could drop one of these, bring in a Knight of Autumn. Maybe not as many Dramoka commands. I almost want just the second Knight. Keep 2 Dramokas and bring out 1 other card here. And it's probably like Reflector Mage, or maybe even just an Eagle. Might even be like Rattle Chains. Maybe the Selfless. Let's take the Selfless out and let's bring an extra Knight of Autumn in. It increases our curve. We're on the play though, and I think with some 2 drops here into some pretty powerful 3 drops, we can keep things at bay. 1 lander, that's not a good idea. If 2 lands didn't get there, I have no idea how 1 land's gonna get there. Mulligan. Here we go. Alright. Keep ditch a land. Never hit my 4th land. It's probably keep ditch a land if I'm really honest. You keep ditch a Hallowed Fountain here. You don't want to take damage. Let's try it. But yeah, since you have the Temple Garden, you don't need the Hallowed Fountain. We need the green, and so we're ditching a blue-white land by doing that. So we'll just do it this way. This is interesting. Stomping Ground, untapped. Picked up our land immediately. We're gonna like play tempo-ish. So if they play something here on turn 2, I can just bounce it. May even just wait until turn 3 and bounce a Rabble Master on their main phase. I think I'm good for waiting here. Alright, we're good to go. We're good to go. We can play at instant speed now. I want to bounce a Rabble Master. I suppose bouncing the Rabble Master, they still get in with a Copter. Maybe if they just swing in with Copter here, I'm blocking. Huh. They went to combat. We're not doing anything. Interesting. Hmm. I suppose I could just tempo out the Smuggler's Copter here. Feel like I gotta do something. Very strange. My opponent hasn't done anything. Let's do this and pass turn. I feel like they have a removal spell because they did shock this in. Some sort of red spell here. We'll leave Gift Collected Company up here. I have Rattle Chains plus Supreme Phantom as well. I have the Brazen Borrower in the air if I want to do this. Knight of Autumn can take care of some nastiness. I guess we're Collected Company. Guys, why do I play green? One for one's me. Nice. Legendary Coco. Most legendary. Well, I guess I get to play Rattle Chains and then start playing things in and protect it with Rattle Chains, right? It's a thing. It was the best Coco ever. I kind of want to just flash in Rattle Chains here. See what my opponent does. I can't play Knight of Autumn and then have something else up, unfortunately. Should give us a end step here. Yeah, if they try to kill it, then I can Rattle Chains again. And if they have another removal spell, well then, shucks. Rattle Chains. Yeah, he is playing like he has a handful of removal. Stomps this. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to block the stomp here. Yes. We did it. Alright, so I have plus bird, or I have a Knight of Autumn to get rid of that Smuggler Copter. Kind of want to use this turn to get rid of Smuggler Copter and just bash in. And then if I get another land here, then I can Eagle plus Phantom. I like this. We're in a good spot, I think. 4 damage pass turn. I like this. This is feeling fairly good. Marin Moon, the Moon Ducks are here. Opponent has a Stomping Ground in hand. Playing some spooky things in the air. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? Oh. Crap. Oh crap, it's a Glorybringer. Exert's gonna kill probably a Rattle Chains here. That's fine. Humble one duck. Alright. Eagle. Supreme Phantom hit for 6. We're going to put those both in now, so I hit for the 6 here. This is exerted. And if they have another Glorybringer, they got to, what, play it in and exert again? 8 duck, the best deck. Gonna get them views on the best deck in the format. Alright, 8 damage to go. Presenting lethal. Rabble Master is not scary. I fly over that. Plus, abrades my rattle chains. Alright, so I'm presenting 5 damage in the air. Plus 2 on the ground. I can block that pretty easily. Block this way. Ooh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I guess I'm taking care of Glorybringer here. 17 ducks. 17 ducks. We'll trade. I'm good with that trade. Deputy. Got him. Go ahead, opponent. Don't have a way to remove my deputy. Don't do it. Yeah. Yeah. Got him. Sideboard away. Selfless Spirit might be just a little more powerful than we think. I'm really not liking this Wanderer. I gotta do one Wanderer out, one Selfless in. I understand that he can help, but he's just not hitting anything. I'm just gonna go for it. Let's just play... Let's just do this. Let's just... Oh. Don't ask. Don't tell. Shh. Don't tell Spirit Queen that I tossed out Mausoleum Wanderer. And I think I've been calling him Maelstrom, but you know. It's very aggressive. It is. But not when my opponent's doing what they're doing. It'll get outclassed exceptionally fast. And I do know they have some removal pieces, but we're just gonna go over the top. Glorybringer, we know what that card does. We know. Opponent, I would appreciate if you would continue moving forward with gameplay. We promised we would try to get through as much of this league as possible. Gosh dang it, what's with the... Hand is reasonable minus the fact that it doesn't have a second land. I've got to ship this one because for whatever reason I cannot get a hand that has more than one land. What is up with this? What is up with this? Unbelievable. Do we know if Avaros is streaming tonight or did he just disappear? Is he not here? Mulligan. Mulligan. There's some lands. Alright, keep. Ditch a land. Ditch a land? Gosh, if I ditch 2 lands, I'm gonna hate my life. Alright, we're going in the air here. We're going to Spell Queller him. I wanted that Reflector Mage, but I know if I don't, we're gonna cry. He's a bust. No Avaros? No Clancy? Alright, opponent is ramping. Ramping like a champion. Temple Garden, go ahead, opponent. Glacial Fortress is next. Maybe they won't Rabble Master me right now. Okay, just a smuggler. Just smuggins. Mixed smuggins. Brazen Borrower is not too bad here. I can bounce something. Let's go ahead and bounce that. No looting for you. You can replay that. Replayed. Tap land. Ooh, alright. Alright, we're getting somewhere. We can put a Spell Queller into play and then Collected Company. That's a card that gets us back into this. Let's hope for no Glorybringer here. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. All right. Let's just cast this now so I can F6. We're not blocking, obviously. Not blocking. All right. So, we can attack for 3. I could Collected Company now. I could also Collected Company in the beginning of combat, and if I hit something that would bounce Glorybringer, it'd be nice. 1 Reflector Mage is on the bottom. Deputy and stuff are available to us. Let's go ahead and see what they want to do. If they go to beginning of combat here, I might fire Collected Company off. I might. All depends. They play what, Rabble Master here? I could try to Collect a Company hitting Spell Queller plus something. That's asking a lot. They currently hit me for 7. This is a pretty good matchup for them, I think. Bonus Smuggler Copter here. We'll let that resolve. Cruise one of these up. Alright, so we're in beginning of combat. I could just let this go. That's probably the smarter play. And then just try to collect a company and then have some spell quellers and see if they want to use Glorybringer for Exerted. So attackers are declared here. They did not exert. Get rid of a lava coil. We'll go to end step. My opponent's either being super patient or they're about to wreck me. Let's hope for this Collected Company to be a lot better than our last one. I do want a Coco. It's hard to, though. My opponent is taking their sweet, sweet time. All right, Coco? Good Coco. Come on. Reflector Mage would be all right here. Deputy would be okay. All right, they Magma Spray this. That's fine. All right, so we hit a Deputy here and a Selfless Spirit. Selfless protects the Deputy. Deputy could get the Smuggler Copter or it could get the Glorybringer. It probably has to get the Glorybringer. Any order. I think this has to get Glorybringer here. I think if we're getting anything else there, we're losing. All right. Let's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and shock in here. Attack for 3, past turn. So I can tempo out something with Brazen Borrower again, and I can Spell Queller as well. This feels like okay things to be doing. Spell Queller. Oh boy. Get that out of here. No. Denied. Countered. Countered. If they go lootin' scootin', we're gonna be bouncing, I think. They don't. Interesting. Alright. We'll hold Brazen Borrower here. Bounce the Mystic on end was not a bad idea. I think I can just play Knight and then bounce, and I'm okay. I have blockers. I have Selfless Spirit to prevent something really catastrophic from happening. And that takes me down 1 turn here. Yeah, this feels okay. And now I can kind of get sort of rid of these. Get rid of the Copter here. I think I can aggressively attack in here. And now I can bounce Smuggler's Copter. So Smuggler Copter, unknown card in hand. We have the Selfless Spirit to protect from Glorybringer smashing in. Glorybringer itself does not kill us because we have a Knight of Autumn to block. They're at 9. We're at 7. Game is very close. Copter, unknown card. Not a 1-mana spell, probably. There's Copter. And a follow-up here. A Braiding Deputy. So obviously I need to sacrifice. Gotta keep this alive. I can't have a Glorybringer coming back. That's just a no-no. Just a no-no. Alright, so we have Eagle. So I can pump with the Eagle, and then I have a spell queller that gets through. Does put out of some burn range too, that's true. I don't know if I'm supposed to block or not. I can get in with Deputy plus spell queller here. I can't get in with Deputy. It doesn't pump that. Ignore that comment. I think the play has to be Eagle here. And swing with maybe just Spell Queller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I would lose. I don't lose to. I would lose to a Glorybringer if I swing with Spell Queller. But I'm pretty close to losing if they get a Glorybringer here off the top. This doesn't put this out of burn range. It puts the Spell Queller out of burn range. Yeah, but I think I'm okay here. The way they tapped here doesn't feel like they have a burn spell. I can put them to 6. If I put them to 6 this turn, let's assume they have like another Copter. If I put them to 6, they can put me to 4. If they have a Glorybringer here, they crew up, they play the Glorybringer, they kill this, they swing in. Even if I have this back, I'm chump blocking, they get a Hazaret, they take 3 to me, I go to 4, and then they have a Hazaret that realistically I can't deal with. They would have 1 unknown card in hand, and they'd have 6 mana, which would kill me without a top deck Reflector or Deputy. I think I have to attack here. We have to attack because even another... I mean, Glorybringer just plays Glorybringer, gets this Glorybringer back. I think there's a variety of things we can lose to here. We'll allow them to do some looting. Okay, so they're going to go loot and scoot in here. And we will allow this to happen because if it yields in nothing here, then we're in good shape. And I don't believe this block makes sense. W's are great. Power play. Rattle chains. My buddy. Saving the day. Okay. The match has arrived. Alright, there goes our screen again. Come on over here. I really hope the new patch doesn't do this every time. Maybe it just needs to close once. Alright, let's play first. We'll keep this hand. Yeah, I have blue. Okay. I don't have double blue. I have single blue. We'll make it work. Tap land, go. Tap land, go. Apparently my opponent is skipping their turn. Oh, they didn't quite skip their turn. Good for them. Alright, a collected company is nice to see here. Rattle chains. I wonder if I'm just supposed to jam that out. I mean, my opponent looks like Fires of Invention. Craziness. So I probably need to get in for as much damage as possible. Rattle chains. Alright. They definitely are indicating that they're that Fires of Invention deck. Let's Eagle here. Swing in for 3 past turn. We have Spell Queller next. We'll hope they don't have an Anger the Gods randomly here. As long as they don't have an Anger, we'll be fine. That's not Anger, man. Okay. Teferi is really annoying. It's really annoying. But not backbreaking. Quelling a verdict is a good feeling. It is. It is. Let's just shock in here. And let's get rid of the Teferi and pass turn. Now we have Queller. We can company. We have lots of options here. I would probably quell a fires. Man, I got something in my eye. My poor eye. Me eyeball. Alright, Sulfur Falls here. If it's not fires, I'll probably collect a company. It is fires, though. We'll quell that. If I was brave, I would... Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, if I'm an insane guy, I get it. I get it. If I'm insane, I would do that. Alright, let's punch in here. Now my collected company can hit a few things if it's a Supreme Verdict here. This opponent does not have removal. They won't have too many things at instant speed that I should be worried about. Let's go ahead and go for it. If I hit it again, I think we just win out of nowhere. Spell Queller plus Phantom here. Looks good. Any order. Yum yum. We got Yummy Bird. 3, 6, 9, 10, 13. Cool. It's good to have lethal. It's good to have lethal. Take that, Avaros. Knight of Autumn's in, Teferi's in here. Dramoka's commands. Spell Pierce might even be interesting, but we won't go that far. We won't go that far. Wanderers are no good in this matchup, in my opinion. We can probably cut a couple collected companies as well. Actually, we can cut reflector mages. Let's cut those. Pew. Just saying the Coco would have hit a Queller the first time. It would have. I know. But we're looking at Supreme Verdict, and so then you're trying to hit either 3 Quellers and or 4 Selfless Spirits. So you up yourself to 7. The statistics are higher by doing it that way. We're going to go for this. This is kind of an interesting hodgepodge of things. But we kind of just proved out we don't need our 1-drops and we don't need Reflector Mages. We'll be on the draw here. Pythian and Knight. Plus a Brazen. I kind of want to keep it. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm naming with Pithy Needle. It might just be Teferi. If we name Teferi, is that a bad idea? Teferi Blind. Do I wait on this Pithy Needle? I mean, I can definitely wait now. A cute bunny has arrived. Been a little while. Cute bunny has lost his way because Avaros isn't online. Poor Avaros. Alright. Say no here. Let's go ahead and play Pithy Needle and name something here in the dark. I'm kind of cool with actually naming the big Teferi here. I kind of like naming the big Teferi here. If they have the little Teferi here, then we got to kind of get around it, which we can do. There's a little Teferi. We can bounce this if they'd like to. Let's go ahead and I could bounce this. I think I want to. And we'll just play from here. No buns allowed. Are we doing the uptick again with Teferi here? Are they gonna downtick this time? Uptick again. Plays land. Alright. So let's just jam this Brazen dude out again. And we'll put a tap land in. I need more blue in this game. You have the hammer. Hammer time. Alright, so they're gonna have 5 mana. We have a Teferi. If they want to bounce Brazen Borrower, that's kind of fine. We can counter it on the way back down. Bunny has been MIA. Oh, Pithy Needle. Pithy Needle got popped up to hand. They don't like it. They also just might be like, hey, I just want to bounce something. Clarion on Brazen Borrower. Okay, okay, okay. I see you over there, opponent. I see you. Well, could Pithy Needle this dude. That'd be kind of funny. Kind of want a Selfless Spirit. Just Selfless Spirit here. Hold the Pithy Needle for a turn. Plan to Spell Queller the Fires when they play it soon. Can't do it this turn, but we'll get to it. There's big Teferi. Alright, so maybe there was an argument to replaying the Pithy Needle. I didn't think they'd have Teferi right after. But they did. Alright, so they untap some stuff here. Let's put this on big Teferi here. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Let's go ahead and put... They can sacrifice. We're going to put a counter here, and we're going to swing at this Teferi And that should open up our Spell Queller here. Ideally, we've got it there. We'll see, though. Yeah, we couldn't quell fires anyway. We had to wait. Or baiting them. We're baiting them so hard, guys. Quelled. Yum, 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 yum. Delicious. Alright, so we have 5 power on board here. Now we have a little bit more. I think we're gonna go for it all here. Let's just hit them for damage and pass turn. I'm gonna ignore Teferi. I'm gonna act like I have a counter spell, so maybe they'll play a bit awkward here. It's the hope, at least. It is the hope. We'll see, though. You drop Knight for clock reasons. I can see an argument for that. I'm trying to bluff that I have a counter spell. Maybe they'll play awkwardly. Just like that. Alright. Supreme Phantom again. So what am I doing here? Are we looking at a Settle the Wreckage? Would that be something they would play? I'm wondering. He has a Bolus in hand, you think? Because he was making black mana and all that. Alright, swing in for 9, 10, 11. So if we would have put a Knight in, we would have killed him there. I think I'm okay here, though. Selfless Spirit protects the hand. Win the match. Taking down that deck of the fires. 2 down. Let's go. Let's go. This one's coming together a lot better than our Gruul aggro. We are setting a good pace, considering I'm usually off in about 30 minutes. Let's go. Spirits is very close to the modern power level. I will give it that. Look at this. It's all the way over here again. Over here. I'm really hoping next time I reload Magic Online it remembers where it's supposed to be. We'll see if it remembers. Clean 10-0, says Bunny. Stoneforge is a fun card. Alright, we'll keep this. Teferi, Spell Quellers, Brazen Borrowers. We don't play anything for a few turns here, but this is really good. Honestly, I would tell you this, and this might mean a lot to some people. I'm not as big of a fan of the Bant version. Fair. But I will say that Spirits, I've always kind of enjoyed the deck in Modern a little bit. And I think I would actually pick up Spirits to go play at a Pioneer event. It just makes sense in my head. Seems to play fairly well whenever we play it. Yeah. I like this. I think with enough practice, you could go a long way in a tournament with Spell Queller. We have Mono Black across from us. Alright. Scrappy plus his Knight. Alright, let's go ahead and shock in here. This way I can use Brazen. I can also bounce Scrappy here. If they go Copter and try to like crew Copter or something, we can do that as well. Might even just at end step bounce one of these. Let's see if they want to go in on this Knight. Then I'll bounce Knight. Just tempo this out completely. Alright, let's give them a decision here. Teferi's just going to draw me a card, and we're going to make them use the Mutavault here. So this is a play just to tempo them out for a turn. They're going to play that Knight back down and use Mutavault, and that's going to be their turn. And then I'll just start smashing in Spell Quellers after Spell Queller. Should I play Jund or Sultai for the Store Championship this weekend? What format's a good question. If it's Pioneer, then probably Sultai. Unless you just understand the Jund matchup really well. Alright, I'm expecting Scrap here. Oh, Thoughtseize is fine. You can take whatever opponent. That's fine. Probably takes Mage, honestly. It's kind of an annoying card for them to deal with. They might just take Spell Queller or Eagle here as well. Phantom's a big thing that they have to deal with. None of this can feel good seeing it. Our hand's pretty stocked up here. And a 1-drop. Cool. Alright. Well, I can't play two things here. This does give them some information, but it keeps our life total up. So we'll do this. Spell Quell or anything at this point. If they want to go all in on Knight again, that's fine. We can just Reflector Mage next turn. And probably play Phantom. Just use our mana as efficiently as possible. Give them one turn. And then following turn, if we have another land, Spell Queller. We'll watch our life total here. It's maybe going a little bit lower here. Looks like it. This is totally fine. Taking 4 is a lot. But I think regardless of what happens here, I'm playing Brazen or Spell Queller. So it looks like we're playing a Spell Queller. Okay. Land here. Do I want to Reflector Mage this? Do I have to? Or could I play Phantom down and swing? I could play Phantom down and swing here. Then they get in for another set of damage here. And then I'm countering again, and then I Reflector Mage behind that. I actually kind of like the Phantom here and swinging in. And I have Spell Queller for any spell here, and if they go kind of a bit all in, I can still block Mutavault safely here. And if they literally do nothing, I can Brazen Borrow at end step. Alright, opponent, what do you got? 3 cards. I don't know if they're booting this guy up or not. We'll find out soon. They know about the second Spell Queller here. And they know about the Reflector Mage. We have to use our life total generously here. Pumps. Alright, that's 5. We go to 3. I'm okay with going to 3 right now. Let's go ahead. Spell Queller this. Fatal pushes Phantom, that's fine. So we know they have... I bounced the Scrap guy, so this... No, sorry, the Scrap guy's under here. White, blue here. Reflector Mage, bounce. I feel pretty confident I can attack with both of these. We'll find out if that's my doom. I think I have to continue to put on pressure, though. As much pressure as I can. Reflector Mage can block Mutavault here. They'll replay their dude. If it's Rankle here, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine. So Rankle can attack here, and I'll flash in a Brazen Borrower. I don't believe they have a way to remove my Brazen Borrower here. Block. Okay. Now we have to play a little bit defensive for another Wrinkle guy. Alright, tap land here. Can I do this attack? Yes. I believe I can. I need to put pressure on them. I can't wait too long here. Alright, so putting them to 7's kind of nice. 5 would have been nicer, but I just got to go with what we got. Copter and Knight here. And another Copter. Ugh. I needed a Anthem Bird. Coco would have been nice. Anything would have been nice at this point. Rattle change is a bit awkward. So they're going to boot up 2 Smuggler's Copters here. Oh. So boots up Smuggler's Copter, boots up Smuggler's Copter, boots up Mutavault here. I take one, or yeah, I take one. We'll let them loot. I really need like a collected company off the top. Get sort of a Thoughtseize. Gonna flash in Rattle Chains as a blocker for Smuggler Copter here. Doesn't really matter what I target. Fortunately, my life total is just a little bit too low, it looks like. They're going to pump the Knight here. I'm not sure what I could hit here. I think I'd have to hit Running Cocos. They're going to decide to go with the Knight here. There's Bird. So they're going to go 1 deep in here. Smuggler, Eagle. I have to tag them for some sort of life total here to make the next swing lethal, hoping that the next 2 draws aren't anything that ruins me. We won't die to a fatal push. So we're going to play this out. We have 2 flyers here. If they get Rankle here and then they have 2 flyers, they'd have to play Rankle out though. Crew up. I think I can swing with one Spell Queller here. Because if I swing with a Reflector Mage, they just crew that up with Mutavault. So I'm going to swing with the 1 Spell Queller here, pass the turn and hope the next 2 draws aren't lethal. Gives us our best outs. So they're going to draw with Castle here, which makes them take one damage as well. Unfortunately, attacking with both. I suppose if I attacked with everything, they wouldn't get the extra draw. We'll see. If it's Rankle, I'm good with that. Swift End. Kills my Spell Queller. And then they can just Mutavault here. They also get this creature. So the Swift End Murderous Rider wins it for them. Unfortunate for us. Wonder if I attack with more things if it changes anything. Let's make sure they boot up both copters here. This is very close. They do. I wonder if I could have gotten in with Reflector Mage, and then if they would have tapped down the Mutavaults, if we would have lost anything there. That game might be worth going back and looking at in the replays. We did draw a lot of our lands. Let's hope we don't do that again. All right, Deputies and Knight of Autumns are in here. Dramoka's command seems okay as well. V7 appeal to me. I don't think Teferi is necessary in this matchup. I can see Wander actually having some value. Reflector Mage is pretty good. Supremes are alright. Let's take a pair of Brazen Borrowers out. Let's ditch one Knight of Autumn, and then I can drop one other card here. I wonder if I just drop the extra Brazen and just like fight their creatures and protect our own creatures. Rattle Chain, Selfless Spirit, and then fight their own for removal. And we have Wander as well for their sorcery and instant speed removal. We'll try it. We'll try it. I'm not really sure if like the gaining life would matter too, so we could just play Knight of Autumns instead of the commands. I kind of like the fighting though. Let's play first. All right, we'll keep this. We can make some pretty big things. Big creatures block as well. Biggins block as well. All right, Hallowed Fountain tapped. Go ahead, opponent. Thoughtseize. Knight. Thoughtseize. All right, so they'll probably take Selfless Spirit here if they have removal. They'll take a Supreme Phantom if they don't have removal. Take Selfless, so they have some removal. Well, we'll have to deal with some removal here. Put them to the test. Picking up a Collected Company would be really good. Mutavault. Followed by a Ratchet Bomb. I have not seen one of those in a while. This could be ugly real fast. Play this in tapped, and let's go ahead and give them a reason to pop this Ratchet Bomb. With them for 2 this turn, we'll hit them for 6 next turn. Maybe I can find a Collected Company here and get into a Selfless Spirit. Gutter Bones plus Blood-Soaked Champion. Ratchet Bomb to 2. Knight of Autumn off the top would be nice. No Knight of Autumn. Well, let's get in as much damage as we can, because we still have a flyer if they pop on 2. Hits for 6, puts them to 10. Pass the turn. I think the 2 mana spells are a little bit easier for them to kill. Ratchet Bomb's going to go off probably regardless there. Selfless Spirit would have been a really nice one to have. Although if they had removal and then a response, it would have been really awkward. But we have a flyer. It's not too bad. I'm going to just take the 4 here. I don't want to activate a Fatal Push. Well, I guess Fatal Push is already currently active due to the Ratchet Bomb. Don't need any weird plussing or anything. Scrap Heap. and a night market. All right, well, our opponent's done a million things here. We're going to put them to 8. They're going to go back up to 9. We're going to Coco probably in combat to start removing some stuff. MTG Wifey 2017, welcome. Welcome. I think I do this in combat. They have one spell here. It's got to be in combat to try to kill some of this stuff. It gives them some time to interact with us. Oh no. Just an eagle. I was going to hit more collected companies. Alright, let's trade this. This card's annoying. It's annoying enough. We'll go to 8. A copter. If I attack with a 3-4 here, they could boot up and do this. They won't, because they'll lose it. They boot up next turn. They have 3 in the air, 3. So this is 6 that I have to get past. 6, 7, 8. Block, block. Cruise up this. I think I can safely attack with 1 here. Safely attack with 1 here. They gotta draw something. They're not gaining any life. Here we go. Top deck it is. Will they be on the defense? It's a land. Okay, they could use castle. They lose a life by doing this. Is it a 1-mana spell? Even if it is. Even if it is. What are they then doing? Fatal Push, remove this. Crew, 6, 7, 8. That won't do it either. I think they've got to be on defense here. Or they just concede. Nice. Nice. Alright, we just got there, considering I have nothing going on after that. Alright, Knight of Autumn's going to come in here for 1 Dramoka, seeing the Ratchet Bomb. Wonder if I'm supposed to have some clerics in here to remove the graveyard. I don't know. I don't feel like we're having to worry about their recursion too much. I think we're more concerned about other things. I guess a Pithing Needle shuts down copters. On the defense, that might be better than like a Dramoka's. And maybe like the Dramoka's out for 1 cleric here on this. Yeah, let's try it. Maybe we've sideboarded incorrectly for mono black. Let's fix the sideboard. We're on the draw. Pithing Needle shuts down Ratchet Bomb as well. So, since we saw that, I think it's a fine sideboard card to bring in. This is pretty good. We'll keep this. It is just as fast as some of their draws. Even a Thoughtseize here, I guess, takes Selfless, but they don't have Wrath effects, which is nice. Alright, Knight to beat. Fortunately, I have to shock here. If I drew a basic island off the top, I think we'd be gas. I'm not going to need the green mana for some time. Alright, Wanderer, pass turn. So we'll take the shock here, and after this, I think I'll play what? Supreme Phantom into some other goodies. 1 damage in here. Connects. Not going to block this. 4 cards left. Doesn't play anything. Realistically, they do not have a whole bunch of targeted removal. It might be worth just waiting here. We'll go ahead and wait. We'll plan to rattle chains. if they try to remove our Wanderer here. It's unlikely, but I can at least flash this in. If they spend the whole turn putting all of this in here, then I can get like Wanderer plus Supreme Phantom down, or who knows what. Alright, well, I'll go ahead and Rattle Chains here. If they have a Swift End, I can counter it. Bonus Rattle Chains. I believe this is worth a shock now. In we go. So now I can Rattle Chain, Supreme, Phantom, Wander. There's a lot of options here. I can Selfless Spirit as well. 3 mana. Swift End. Let's Rattle Chains. And that way it's not on an adventure. It gets countered. I can now Wander to pump this up. I can really counter something possibly. Rankle. This is okay, because I can actually flash this in, and we can double block Rankle. Rankle's annoying, so we'll double block here. This is looking up for us. Okay. I'd actually like a land here. Be nice. We do lose some creatures there. That's all right though. Let's go ahead and put a Supreme Phantom in and just bash for damage. Bam. This is looking good, guys. Looking real good. Down to 10 for our opponent. We're at a healthy 13. I don't even think I want to flash anything in. Might not even need to. If it's another Swift End, I'd probably Selfless and crack Selfless. Because then the Supreme Phantom will pump these up for a lot. Yeah, I want to keep the pump spell. So we'll Selfless Spirit, crack Selfless Spirit here. I could even crack Wander if I wanted to and leave the Selfless Spirit around. And then the Wanderer counters the Swift End. Trying to decide if that's worth it or not. It might be worth it. So if we have this, it's a 3/2 and it keeps this protected. Obviously this keeps it protected too at the moment. There's probably more though. Let's do the Wander here because Selfless Spirit just counters every removal spell, where the Wanderer could shrink far enough that it won't. It's just a Blood-Soaked Champion. Alright, so we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have lethal here. And then we top decked another Spirit. Top deck. Got there. Mono black. Nice. Okay. Okay. Ooh, eagle. Nice. Alright. Keep the cadence going. Let's keep it going. Keep it going. Spirits beating some people down. 2 matches left. Can we get these in before I fall asleep? Maybe. Maybe. Who's enjoying these spirits? Show me your spookiest emote. Thanks for staying up. Alright, good night, everyone. Have a good day. Click. Flood. That's a spooky emote. It's pretty spooky, actually. I don't particularly like flooding. Oh my gosh, it's all the way over here. This is so annoying. Come on, MTGO. I wish I could just grab the window and it would be good. Alright, would I like to play first? Absolutely. Let's keep. Whoa, Gengar. and creepers. All right, tap land. Go ahead, opponent. The spirits are coming for you. They're coming for you. I'm gonna arrive on your front porch. Fabled Passage. Wander's a turn late here. Let's go ahead and get Rattle Chains down pretty safely, I think. We'll also get to see what colors they are. Green mana. Green mana. Okay. Oh no, it's a field deck. Alright, we just gotta race them. Pretty obvious what we need to do now. Oh boy. Let's get racing. Let's get racing. In for 2. We're gonna maybe trick out a Wanderer here. It has reach. Don't worry, we'll get around this guy. Don't worry. I think we've got a sneaky plan for this Wanderer here. Well, that doesn't do anything to that. All right, Orborg here. Well, let's go ahead and Phantom out and pass turn. Thoughtseize is a rude card. What? I could have Wandered here, but we're going to hold the Wanderer for this turn. Maybe I can get a ramp spell if they don't take the Wanderer. Might be worried about, like, Eagle here or the Rattle Chains. I think the best card to take is actually Wanderer here, but I can understand if they don't think it's as big of a threat. Alright, they take Eagle. Okay, I respect that. Probably ends the game faster. Let's go ahead and attack with both. They're both flying. So I could bounce Tireless Tracker here. I'm more afraid of like an Hour of Promise, so we'll leave Wanderer as an option. Not too worried about the clues. I think I raced my opponent a bunch. Okay. And if they attack here in some weird fashion, I can always bounce the Tireless Tracker if I feel like it's a threat. I don't think it's as big of a threat, though. It's just a 4-3. We're going to go to 16. Alright. Let's just play Rattle Chains. Maybe this opens up a removal spell that I'm not planning to see here. Looks like it does. Well, there you go. They had an Abrupt Decay. Let's just get in here. Let's Reflector Mage back the Tireless Tracker. Get in for 2. Alright. We'll get around this. It looks like they're, yes, a field deck, but they look like a little more mid-range. So we'll see. Tireless Tracker played here probably. And then land. Oh, no. Elvish Rejuvenator. Okay. Interesting. I think I can just fly over faster than they're going to be able to kill me. I'm hoping. Fatal Pushes. Okay. They have all kinds of removal. Well, let's keep swinging in here with large creatures. Hit for 3 in the air. And just keep this going here. You go back into hiding forever? Good luck. Good luck, thanks. Thank you. Appreciate that luck. We might need it. Might need it, who knows? Tyrus Tracker 4 unknowns. They could overpromise me here. It is an option. Oh, don't overpromise me, please. I guess the Hour of Promise doesn't get them too many zombies just yet because Field of the Dead, they've got 2 of those and then 3 others, so they have only 4. It would go to 5, 6. Legion's End gets rid of Rattle Chains. Interesting. So I can't instant speed my Wander anymore. They Swift End my Eagle as well. They're just going removal, removal, removal. Well, sure. Let's just do this. And pass. So I have a Queller. I could also Brazen Borrower. Suppose it depends on what we're doing here. They don't know about the Queller. They don't know about Brazen either. Tax for 1. That's... Yes, good job. Murderous Rider gives them lifelink. I don't think I'm about that. Let's quell this. We'll see if they have another removal spell. They left up the 2 lands that make it look like they do. To be more sneaky, I think they should just do something like tap the swamp and then leave up just a Field of the Dead with the Urborg in play. By doing that, then it looks like green and colorless. This makes it very obviously potentially an Abrupt Decay or Assassin's Trophy. They need to let this resolve regardless of what they're doing. They don't want to fire it off now. All right. Do they have the removal? Doesn't appear so. All right. Well, let's play Wanderer down. And we'll play a Supreme Phantom so I can get through the Arboreal. All right. Looks like they did have the removal. They're gonna get their Swift. They're gonna do the Swift End side of this. Okay. In that case, let's just pass the turn because I can actually Brazen Borrower and then kill them. So if they do like Tyrus Tracker here, end step Brazen Borrow, next turn Supreme Phantom kill. Murderous Rider won't matter because I'm in the air. I guess it doesn't quite kill him because of the Grazer. The Grazer are going to block something. But it presents enough damage, I think it's worth a shot. There's Tyrus Tracker. It's worth a shot here. They're not going to shock in. No, they shocked in. Well then. I don't understand. Why would you shock in? Hit me for 1. Let's see here. So if I Supreme Phantom here, that becomes a 3/3, and this is a 4/1. They have to block this, and they take and go to 1. So they're going to go to 1. If I collected company, do I get there? I don't think I do. Let's just play the Supreme Phantom and hit them for a ton here. Or sorry, this is 3 because it's spirits, not flyers. I'm thinking of eagle. They still go to 1. Either way. 1, and now they have 3 flyers to deal with, and they're at 1. This does gain them life, so they go back up to 3 here. So they have to deal with one of these. Because I can easily collect a company to make this probably a 3/3. Okay, so we have Gruul, Field of the Dead. Deputies feel maybe okay. Maybe over like a single Teferi and a singleton of something else, like a Brazen Borrower. We could also go the fighting route again, but I don't think we want to be fighting them. I see an argument for maybe Spell Pierce, but they also get so much mana that Spell Pierce will become obsolete fairly quickly. We'll leverage our Wanderers for being a Spell Pierce type effect. We'll keep this hand. This is a relatively good hand. Alright, we'll see if it's a Thoughtseize. It is. The fact that we have 2 Rattle Chains is nice, so they'll take Eagle or Collected Company here. Eagle or Collected Company. We're going to lead with our Hallowed Fountain. Coco gone. Alright, they don't know about this temple specifically. No temple? No temple. Alright. So, we have what looks like just nastiness across from us. We'll go ahead and shock in here. I'm probably going to go ahead and try to play a Rattle Chains at end step. Especially if my opponent just jams something here. They do. So we'll jam with them. F6. Now I have Rattle Chains plus Eagle. You can play kind of slow if we need to. This does not have reach, unlike Crazy Sloth thing. Alright, in we go. We'll pass turn. We're going to leave Rattle Chains up to protect. If my opponent taps out again, we can go ahead and try to put Eagle or Selfless Spirit into play. Alright, they do tap out here, so I will put an Eagle into play. So they can get field plus something else to make a zombie. We're just going to have to fight the zombie horde here and be faster. I really want to just shock in the Temple Garden so I can put in the Selfless Spirit and then counter something with Rattle Chains. We're going to be hitting for 5, putting them to 11. I really think that the shock here wins it for us in 2 turns. D20, thank you for the 100 bits. Appreciate it. Getting up there on number 1 in the bit leaders. Heck yeah. Number 1. Top dog. Or top wolf, shall we? Alright, what do you got? I showed you. I even showed you we have the eagle. Be doomed and afraid, my fair opponent. We're doing pretty good with the spirits. It's coming together. Coming together. Field plus a Westvale Abbey. Alright, we have to deal with that card. That rude card. So it looks like they might have enough creatures here. We'll see. Maybe I can prevent them from having enough creatures with the Spell Queller. We'll see. Jeff Hole, thank you for the follow. Alright. Does Spell Queller prevent Westvale Abbey from being a monster? We will find out. They need 5 creatures here. Land gets them 1, so I have to counter pretty much anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could collected company for something to counter Hour of Promise possibly as well. Needs 5, right? And I have to tap 5 mana too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like if they play the Arbor little guy, I almost have to counter it. Because if they play the Arbor, they can play a land and tapped, and then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the Westvale Abbey, and I don't win. I just can't beat that. They'll gain so much life because this is a 9/7 lifelink indestructible flying nastiness. So if it is the little Arbor thing, I'd have to counter it. Once Upon a Time doesn't scare me too much. We'll let that resolve. We could CC into a Deputy. That's fair too. That would be an out. And I have also Reflector Mage. So they get another Field of the Dead here. Comes into play tapped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So this card... They have double black open currently. So I can counter this pretty safely, right? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I have to find a... I guess I should have played Rattle Chains. That might be a punt. I need now an Anthem effect. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You can hit me for that. Yeah, I've misplayed here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have put Rattle Change and Selfless Spirit into play instead of the Rejuvenator. That cost me this game. Let's see here. So what can we do? Tap land. We can connect for, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I can connect for 3 here and try to salvage this coming turn. And when they put Westvale Abbey into play here, I can collect a company and try to Deputy it away. That will be our play. Field triggers. Could have also tried to Deputy in response to those field triggers all the zombies. If we hit just Reflector Mage though, the Westvale Abbey's a better hit for that one. Let's see where they go. Fields this. We'll float mana here. We have basics. This isn't a problem. Just get another blue mana here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're going to activate Westvale Abbey here. Okay, we've got a hit. Some good stuff here. We can just do it right now. Collect a company. Supreme plus Deputy of Detention. Oh, baby. Get out of here. Do I have paper decks? Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. From that terrible Coco and what, match 1-2? To the legend. Got there. Woohoo. Draws a card. Doesn't matter. I do own some paper decks, though, to answer your question. I do. I don't own as many as I probably would if I continued to play at FNM, because I collect a lot of cards, but... Mono Red Prison. Green Devotion in Modern. Rally Fenza in Modern. Blue White Birds in EDH. And then some other stuff, but... 4-0 Hype. That was quite the hit, wasn't it? planned after my horribly awful punt. Shouldn't have punted that. Let's go for this 5-0. Let's see if we can do it. Ooh, hello. Let's go. It's been a good night regardless. Let's finish on a high. Finish on a high. And as always, if you're enjoying this content, we do stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday here on Twitch. Follow and come say hi in the future. All right, Andy SC Wilson, you're lucky. We have to mulligan like you did. Ugh, these one-landers are killing me. Mulligan. All right, we have a 2-lander here. We'll go ahead and keep this. Teferi's probably gone, and probably the Collected Company. Just because I can actually play these cards. You're almost done with Blue-White Spirits and Pioneer Modern. Nice. Get it done. Alright, Hallowed Fountain. Play that Spirit Dude. Pass turn. Then we can Supreme Phantom, and then we can Rattle Chains. I think I'm going to Supreme Phantom, seeing just these 2 cards. There's nothing terribly frightening over there. Swing in for 3 here. I'm not going to counter a Growth Spiral here. Looks like Reclamation, possibly. Teferi would be nicer if it is. 3rd land. Okay. Let's just shock in here and swing for 3. There, 14. We'll pass turn. If it's a Reclamation, I can bounce it now. It just looks like it. What are they doing? Alright, we're going to get aggressive here. This may be incorrect, but my opponent has done nothing. Sure, Growth Spiral. Sure. Put a land into play. Do it. Uh-oh. Blast Zone. Problem cards are problem cards. Luckily, I have Selfless Spirits. Alright. Swing. Just kidding. Oh, yeah. Maybe. What? Huh? Question mark? Unsure. Swing. Alright, we do 6. They go to 8 here. I'm pretty confident we're good here. We have the Spirit. They can pump Blast Zone. If they put everything into this Blast Zone, I can Selfless Spirit and prevent the world from burning. I'm going to do nothing here, even though I could potentially get lethal there. So shock in here. Swing. So in response to this, we'll play Selfless Spirit here and crack Selfless Spirit. Now we hit for 7. Oh, the fog. The fog. I could have countered it. It's alright. It's okay, because I don't want to counter it. I don't want to, guys. Gonna make them have to have fog after fog after fog. And like I said, I have this Brazen Borrower that I'd like to use instead of other things. Return to your hand, please. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Oh, what a good card. What a good card. Let's see them have another fog here. That's right. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let's get him again. What is this card doing here? Get out of here. Get out of here. How brazen of me. I'm a thief. A petty theft. That was rude. Besides, we binned we bottomed a Teferi as well. I have a feeling we have a good matchup here. Alright, Knight of Autumns can come in. Teferi's in. honestly probably could consider our spell pierces as well. Oh. Alright, what's not good here? I mean, the Selfless Spirit was pretty decent. I don't know if Rattle Chains is necessary. Goodness. Out of nowhere. The sniffles. Alright. Teferi, Knight of Autumn. That's what we want to be doing. Yeah, Reflector Mage can go. That's an easy 3. We've been doing that correctly all game. Deputy Detention probably doesn't need to be a thing that we bring in. I kind of like the idea of maybe a Spell Piercer too here. I almost don't think I need a Collected Company. Which seems ridiculous, but I actually think if we were just to have Spell Pierce instead of Collected Company, we're probably doing alright. Because they're going to try to put down a Wilderness probably with 4 or 5 mana. I'm going to shave 2 Collecteds for 2 Spell Pierces. It may be bad later, but I think if we're on the draw here, it's an okay thing to do. I'm going to leave a couple Collected Companies in there, just in case. And see how it goes. So this is a reasonable hand. It's reasonable. They begin with 7 as well. Alright, we'll play with them. No Teferis, no Teferis. Not yet, at least. Not yet, at least. Alright, let's go. Thing in the ice. Sure. Glacial here. Let's go ahead and play a Phantom down and pass turn. So I can bounce Thing in the Ice. That feels good. Grow Spiral. Castle. Land. What, like an... Ooh, another thing. Okay. 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 Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Well. This could get interesting. Alright. We'll hold Spell Queller and Brazen up here. Gotta bring Deputy in, obviously. Alright, let's go ahead and counter that. Let's shock in here. And let's go ahead and play a Supreme Phantom to anthem things up. And then I have the Brazen Borrow or Petty Theft to bounce this Thing in the Ice. Or bounce this Reclamation. I think we have it here, guys. I think we have it. I'm not doing the math yet, but Eagle is looking pretty hot here. Pretty hot. Is the math correct? I'll find out when I attack. Is it enough for 11? 3, 3, and 5. That adds to 11. 5-0, guys. Oh, yes. There we go. That worked nicely. That worked nicely. Well, we stayed up for an additional league, and it worked. That was a good league. I don't know, just spirits just really do make sense. I've talked about this before. I'm sure we have some new people here. If you can find a deck that mentally makes sense to you, you'll probably just play it 3-4 times better. And then if it happens to be a meta deck, then cool, you'll do well. But I don't know, just spirits, the tempo nature of it just makes a lot of sense to me. I think it's because I like Blue Burn in Modern, and this is decent. And I think Modern just plays a little too broken at sometimes, where I can't get a hold of spirits. We've taken Blue-White spirits to a 5-0. We've taken Bant spirits to a 5-0. Are we a spirit mage? Are we a spirit mage? Someone clip that. Send it to Cat. Cat. Spirit Queen. We are a wolf. Maybe we're a spirit wolf. Woo, boy. That last match was a beating, though. That one was a beating. That's our Bant Spirits list. I will share my blue-white. Where is that one? And it's not really mine. I mean, I can claim it as I played it. But I've gotten blue-white spirits there and Bant Spirits here are the two lists. So I 5-0'd. I did, the dude. I did. Check it out. We got ourselves 2 trophies. 2 trophies. Does it show my undefeated decks? No, it doesn't. Go away. I wish it showed my undefeated decks. I can tell you right now they're blue-white spirits and they're Bant Spirits, I believe, are the 2. Spirits are a thing. Spirits are a thing, guys. Nice, nice, nice. Which one is better in my opinion? So, let's take a moment. We can look at the 2. Where's my blue-white spirits? So this is Bant Spirits. I wonder if I can somehow get both of these up on the same screen. Let's take a quick screenshot and see how much I can fit on the screen here. All right, so if I go to blue-white really quick, keeping in mind that some of this would probably change a little bit because this was right at the beginning. But if we put these side by side really quickly here, you have 4 Wanderers, you have 4 Wanderers here. So that's the same. Selfless Spirit wise, you have the same 4. Rattle Chains, you have the same 4. Supreme Phantoms, you have the same 4. So right there, you've got 16 cards that are the same. We have 2 Brazens to 3. You could make that the same. The Eagle, you have 4 and 4. Reflector Mage, you have at least 2. And again, that varies just by what's going on there. Spell Queller, we had 4 and 4. And I actually had adjusted to 1 Teferi at the time. Sideboard, you have Remorseful Cleric. You have a few more counter spells. You had 1 Spell Pierce. We both had Pithing Needle, 1 Pithing. I had gotten rid of the deputies because detention was a little bit more interesting. And the Dovin's kind of just like a fun card. But you basically have 2 deputies. And so the big question becomes, what are the big matchups? So here, the big differences were the Disdainful Strokes, Mystical Disputes. Those could be changed. Dovin Veto is not really a thing. And Detention Spheres. And then the big things here on this were Smuggler Copters, Azorius Charms, some Favorable Winds, which I've heard don't play, and then Spectral Sailor. So you're a little bit lower to the ground, like just a couple extra cards lower. Playing 21 versus 23 lands as well, so you have a little bit more room for creatures. And that makes sense because over in the Bant Spirits here, you're trying to hit the 4 here, so you need a few more lands. What do I think is better? I actually would rank them similar and on par with each other. You could adjust this list just a touch, and it's not far off from the Bant list. Where I would say the Bant list excels is if you get behind or getting just that extra oomph you need. The Collected Companies can get you over the top, or you can play a little more passively because you're a little more into the 2 and 3 slot, where blue-white is going to play just slightly more aggressive. So if I fix this, it's going to be a little more into the 1 and 2 slot. You'll notice there's no 4. There are still quite a few 3s, but you're topping out at 3. So you have to do enough damage here kind of on the lower end. So this is going to play tempo aggro. This is going to play tempo mid-range. I would make the argument that the Bant one might be just ever so slightly more powerful. That doesn't mean it will win more. It'll be more powerful in the sense that it can just do something very broken on turn 4. Very broken. air quotes, big air quotes. It does more to the board state than blue-white would. Blue-white, though, could get itself out of trouble by flashing in a Spectral Sailor and drawing some cards if you accidentally were to flood out. The other thing is, because your mana base is a little more refined into 2 colors, it's a lot easier not to get mana screwed. Obviously, the person here has given some great thought into which lands, although there's plenty of times where you would hit maybe a Botanical Sanctum or a Port Town randomly and not be able to cast your Collected Company on time. So there'll be a little bit more mana management here, and hopefully not hitting certain mana pieces. But as long as that happens, I think the downside there to the upside of your Collected Companies is probably more superior. But we're looking at 4 or 3 colors. The other thing the green or the Bant version gives you is a little more utility here in these green cards. The green cards are, you know, I brought in Dramoka's Command I don't know how many times and we didn't really use it, but if you needed to fight something, like Thing of the Ice there, you could do it. Knight of Autumn seems to be a pretty good card, and with all the mono black around, I actually like it as a gain life spell. The Bant one's probably just slightly more powerful, but if you're looking to get into more budget friendly, then you could probably do this one with blue-white spirits. I've been screwed over by Collected Company too many times, so I'll try out the blue-white version. Yeah, I hit a singleton on the Collected Company. I've hit an amazing one there where we just kind of blasted through our opponent. Collected Company is that big reward, but lower payoff. That's why you can't run like Dovin Veto, you can't run Detention Sphere in the Bant version, you can't run Smuggler Copter, Azorius Charm, or the favorable wins. You might be able to play different things main board here instead of these pieces. This one's trying to do a little more on that anthem-y type of thing, trying to get your creatures to be very large. If you're finding yourself in a lot of Reclamation, Wilderness Reclamation, or a lot of Graveyard, bring Clerics in main, bring more Teferis in for those control matchups or for the Wilderness ones. If you're finding you're against a lot of a lot of mono black, mono red, very aggro, bump up the Azorius Charms. Don't forget, this gives your creatures lifelink. You can also tempo out like a Rankle. You can tempo out some big creature, just like the token from the field deck. This deck will struggle against the field deck if it doesn't get its ahead of the field deck, where you kind of saw the Collected Company did, and we got lucky, but did hit and prevented us from dying there. So risk reward, and then also if you're looking for a little more budget friendly, it's probably a blue-white one because you don't need as many dual lands or other specialty lands. You can play a few more, just islands, plains, or some a little more basic in terms of your dual lands. Well, that's the 2 decks though. I personally would probably play the Bant one a little bit more because I have Collected Company. I played that in my my Rally Fenza deck in Modern. So I have the cards for the Collected Company, and I have the mana base most of the way, where actually I'd have to get some Port Towns. I have the favorable wins for this one. I don't know. I need to probably trade into some spirits. I like the spirits. That's gonna do it, I think.